early, but that's okay. And hang on, I've gotta clean my camera here. There we go. There we go. Don't mind the mess. I just threw a sweatshirt on. I'm kind of chilly. It was nice out earlier when I was outside. We're getting ready to put up our pool, and it was nice in the sun, but boy, as soon as that sun went down, hey, Cindy, it cooled off fast. Hey, Chloe. So sorry I didn't have a video last night, guys. Oh my gosh. I have been so busy. Hi, Rose. I think that is your name, Little Bella. Yesterday, my daughter came over, and I have a craft show this weekend, and I had so much stuff that I needed to price. Okay, good. So I started bringing stuff up. I went up and down my stairs like a zillion times. Hey, EJ Encounters. I think your name would be EJ, but welcome. Hey, Jeannie. So yeah, by the time my daughter left, it was like 5:30. We had loaded like 6 boxes of stuff into my trailer. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have nothing ready for tonight. I was gonna do, it's Jody. Okay, thank you. So I wanted to do this live last night, but my butt cheeks and my thighs, and they were killing me. I am like, wow, am I getting too old to do the stairs like this? Oh my goodness gracious. So I said, well, I'll do it tomorrow. And I did make a video that's going to be out tomorrow. And I tried something new, and you're going to have to see if it worked. It's with mix to mold, so it's not new, but it's a new step in there. And yeah, I want to tell you, but I want you to watch the video. So, okay. So I have got my stuff in. So I'm going to flip you down. If I miss anybody jumping on, I'm saying hi now. I do go back and read all the comments once my video loads. So yeah, if I miss anybody, or if anybody sends me a super thanks or whatever those things are, yes, the anticipation. I promise I will thank you, if I don't see it, because I have to pay attention to kind of what I'm doing. This type of video, I maybe be able to look more at the comments, because I'm not like going to be pressed for time. And I have got my ratty old sweatshirt on. I've got paint everywhere. But I keep this one down here in my craft room, and it was chilly, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to put that on. So I'm going to bring you down. I'm going to show you my embellishments that I got, because hey, Yvonne, I want to do that butterfly, but I wanted to wait until I had these. So let me flip you down, and hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So I got this box of flowers. Now, I was shocked, because these are a decent size. So I was like, oh, well, maybe these are going to be too big. But then I pulled out another bag, and they were nice little ones. So I got these on Amazon, and these are like a silk flower. And we're going to be using these today. But there's also another big bag of different like roses. So we're going to be using some of these. So that was one of the things that I got. And then I ordered the pins, but these are still not long enough for what I want to do with the butterflies. I don't think. I don't know. But I can put beads on them, and we can You use those, they're really good, awesome. But we'll do something with these for sure, but not tonight. So then I got these little gems because I have the clear rhinestones, but I didn't have like pretty shiny colors. So I got these, and then I got these. So these are like more of a darker, you know, they have the darker colors. We'll open them up here in a minute. But these ones are more like the shimmery, fiery, you know, kind of colors. So I was like, okay. The only thing I wish they were in silver instead of gold, but you know, it's okay. And then I got my glue dots, but they're a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be. So these were the glue dots. But I can just, you know, put 2 or 3 on the butterflies or the birds or whatever. So hopefully those will work better. And I got a whole pack. So there's a bunch of them in there. So these are my 3 pieces that I pulled out. Because they're really plain. And they have the test tube that, you know, kind of goes in them. So I was like, well, what if we put like flowers around here? So that's what we're going to try. And then I did this pretty cat with the test tube goes here. But again, she's so plain, and then she has like this white spot. So we're going to decorate her up. And then I had this one, which again, it's shimmery and pretty, but it's plain. So I wouldn't be able to do this on the one that has the, like, the little burner that slides on that you can use a real candle. But on these ones, I can. So we're going to start with, we'll start with the plain pink one first. So let me slide these over. And then depending on time, we might do something else. So I'm going to pull my kitty here. And I'm going to just start putting some flowers and some gems to see if we can liven this poor little kitty up. So did everybody have a nice Easter? I did. It was fairly quiet. My youngest son came over, and my oldest son, but my daughter didn't make it over. She went to her mother-in-law's. So it was just the 5 of us. Okay, so we could do something like that. So I was finishing up a bunch of keychains. I made 62 keychains. That's how many little frogs, little axolotls, flowers, the crystal turtles. I mean, yeah, I've got over 100 keychains that are done. Yours was quiet also. Your kids were in South Carolina, yeah. So this is the first time my daughter has missed Easter, and she was really upset. And, you know, I said, don't worry about it. So we're going to do Mother's Day. I'm going to have all my kids over for Mother's Day. So I figured that'll be just as good. Let me grab my wire cutter things. Okay, because I think we're going to end up having to snip some of these, the backs of these off a little bit. So I don't want to use too many big ones, but I think on this cat, I could definitely, get this open. Oh, I know, Cindy. Me too. When my mother was alive, I always went to my mother's, and it was always, you got to get the kids ready, and oh my, yeah, it's a chore, for sure. All right, so I don't know if maybe something like this would be, like, better. And so I'm planning on using E6000, but I might end up using a little bit of, You Were Always the Cook. That's me now. So I don't know. I might end up using a little bit of UV resin once I kind of get them in place. I'm kind of liking these bigger ones, but I don't know if I want two pinks. All right, let's get a few of the gems out. I'm kind of liking a little bit bigger one, and then maybe we can maybe trail some down. And I do also have my little flowers that I found the other day. So we might add some of these little ones in too. Look at how pretty these are. If I can hold it here so you can see it. These just have such a beautiful sparkle. Let's see. This might end up being trickier than I thought. Let me... There's my little ones here. Kind of like something like this. Let me see if I can hold it up so you guys can see it a little better. Yeah, it's hard to... All right. Let me get my E6000 and I remembered my soda this time, guys. Because I'm going to have a hard time if I don't, like, start getting them to stay down. Because I won't get the full effect. All right, so we're going to do a green and a pink. So I'm going to put some... And then I'm thinking, well, maybe I should have used my my glue gun, but I don't like glue gun because the minute it seems to crack and fall off. And like I said, we can tack this down with some UV resin as well. And I'm going to stick this one down in this little crevice right in there. All right, let me put this on for now because I'm going to have glue everywhere if I don't. All right, so let me see if this, let me grab some of these little tiny ones. So I'm just gonna like put a few out so I can pick them up. All right, I think I'm gonna put that there. And I got a glue string or something. That there. Yeah, I'm gonna glue those down. I like where that's heading. So I'm hoping that, you know, as this sets a little bit longer, it's going to get tackier, so then it's not going to move as much. All right. So let me kind of hold that up a little bit so you can see it, but not enough to let it fall. And let's see, I could do one there. And then let's see if we can get some of these to, I'm going to use a little cup to pour some in. These are really pretty. And we have different shapes, so we can almost kind of make it like a jigsaw puzzle type thing. Nope, I don't want to use too many. And maybe, because I don't have them too glued. All right. And let me get my little scribe here. And that way I can use this to kind of move my stuff around. And I kind of want it a little tucked underneath. Just to kind of give a little bit of a little something something. And let's do, okay, I like that. So let's get these few pieces glued in. And I'm trying to not use like too much pink, but enough that it balances out. So I'm just putting it so I have a section that I can press down to get that glue in there. And get my little white flowers stuck on the glue stem. So I'm almost thinking I should use some UV resin now that I've got all this glue on there. Let me just get my little bond out, and I'm gonna try to just get it in there so that maybe we can kind of hold it in place while it's setting up. So I'm gonna glue those two flowers together. And that way they won't separate. And I'm gonna try and get a little daub of the UV resin underneath this stone here. And underneath this part of the flower, because I just need a few spots so that while that glue is setting up, these flowers are staying in place. So as we move on, I'm gonna do them a little bit different. So we can get the UV in much easier. Like, I've never done any of these, so this is my first time. All right, so that is holding there. So now I've got to get some UV underneath this flower so that we can kind of get that to stay. There we go. And put a little dollop. Right underneath this gem. Yeah, this is gonna be so much better. All right, so we need something to hold this one. And I'm just gonna be able to see where I'm putting it so I know that it's gonna stick. Yeah, this is gonna work so much better, guys. All right. And I'm gonna put some in between so that some of the leaves, the other flowers are gonna lock that right in. All right. Now we're rocking and rolling, guys. All right, so now I need to put some sort of something right there because you can see that glue mark. Not the glue, but the UV resin. And let me take out a new pair of tweezers. All right, let me look at some comments here. Oh. I know, I've done the same thing. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody. All right, so let me get a little bit of the UV. We're gonna pick this little bad boy up and we're gonna put it right there. Okay. Oh, that looks good right there. All right, so. And now that I can move stuff around, I can see where it works better. All right, so. And then after, I can just set the whole piece under my double-sided UV light. Okay. We're rocking and rolling now, guys. And, oh, Sophie. She don't even know what she's barking at. I'm sure. My UPS guy today, he left my my package not even close to the house. I'm like, are you kidding me? He knows that we have a dog and she barks, but she doesn't bite. She just sounds vicious. All right, so I guess I'm gonna get that glued. And I'm hoping that these little tiny flowers don't just like break apart. Oh, come on. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. I think she's really cute, but I think we need something over here. Maybe a green, something green maybe. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it on this piece. Okay. So I figured this way here, it's gonna make these so much more appealing than, you know, than just the plain cat. So what do you think, guys? I think that is enough. I don't want to put too much. I was thinking about maybe making a trail down, but I honestly don't. I think it would be too much. Like if we put another flower at the bottom, I think it would be too much. But we could give her a little eye. Let me see here. If I can get a round one out. Let's see what color. I don't know. I think it takes away from it. Yeah, I think it's going to take away from it. All right, so we're going to... Thank you, Chloe. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave her like this. So I know I had some people comment that some of my videos were getting too long. So I figured instead of trying to finish them all on that video, why not do a video just finishing it? Okay, now let's do this one. Now this one here is the double cat, and she is glittery, but so I'm just gonna move that over there, and let's see if we put maybe a blue stone coming out there. And, oh, we do have a pink one. So if I put the blue on the pink side and the pink on the blue, just to kind of give it some bling bling. All right, let's cut these down so they lay a little bit flatter. All right, so I am going to UV. Before I do that, let me just try to figure out here how I'm gonna do the flowers. And I'm thinking this green one right here. And let's see. Oh, that kind of looks pretty like that. Okay, I'm liking where this is kind of going. All right, so let's get these two bigger flowers adhered down. And I do kind of want them like tipped up a little bit like that. So I'm gonna put some of the UV there. And once I get my thingies off, and then I'm going to try to get that to adhere. Okay. So we'll do the same with this little guy. Put some and I'm doing this one down a little bit lower, just so that, or maybe higher, I don't know. I kind of didn't want them even, but they actually look even, so I'm just gonna have to go with it. So maybe there. Because I want it so like when it's standing up, the gems are gonna show. All right, I need a little flower in the back here. Something, yeah, like that. And then I'll put the gem there we go. Because that flower was up a little bit more than what I wanted. You know, so you can really take your time and kind of lay out your whole plan before you even start to kind of get an idea. I'm just kind of winging it here. All right, so let me see here. I want to get I'm probably going to end up adding another flower. I don't know. We'll see how, maybe we'll end up adding a second gem there. So let's get this gem. And as long as the UV resin like oozes out a little bit, you'll be able to have that adhere. And then I'll just stick them each piece underneath the UV light for like a good 5 minutes, because these gems are pretty see-through. All right, so see how it's kind of, I definitely need something. Oh, well, we can just move this flower because it came undone. So let me hold it up, and you know what? I'm gonna cut this off some more. There we go. I'm gonna try to lay that a little flatter. I wanted it up, but it was up too high. There we go. Now we're getting a good adhesion. Adhesion, is that even a word, guys? All right, so let's and I gotta go with colors that are gonna match the pink. And I've still got some wet UV here, oozing. And I'm trying to work the flowers down to these two gems at the bottom. Although even that, just those look pretty good. Let's see if we have a white one here. Yeah, I like that. And let's get a white one over here too. Now I gotta cut the backs of these, but I'm just trying to see which direction here I wanna go. All right, so maybe, no, that one's got to go there. And then, yeah, I think that, all right, that's how we're going to do it. And as I'm taking them off in the next order that they're going to go. So let me cut the backs of these. All right, so let me get this down in the UV. So have any of you guys done these before? Like this? when I watched that other woman's channel, when I learned to do the bird thing, that's kind of what gave me the idea to do these. Because I was like, I needed something on here, and I was like, what in the world could we put, you know, that's gonna be pretty, but not tacky. All right, so. And we're gonna put that one right there. And I'm gonna have to get some more of this because I'm almost out. I should probably be using the regular UV resin. And I'm gonna tuck that little stem part underneath that, the leaf of the flower and behind it. Try to hide as much as I can. And do I want to leave the big stem on, or do I just want to do that? You know what? I think we're just gonna do this. Let me get these adhered, and I'm gonna use the regular, because I know that one cures really fast, but all right, let me get my little okay. Okay, we got it. And then I'll hold it up and you guys can tell me if I should add another flower or not. So, another flower or not? You like them plain? Yeah. I don't know. You would leave it? That's what I was thinking too. That way there's not too much. And then when we add our little, so then, you know, they'll have their little flower up here, but it still ties everything in. So I'm not usually like a bling bling type person, but on this, I really like it because it was just too plain. All right, so we're gonna leave this one, and I'm gonna see on this one. This one's like a different shape. So maybe what we do with this one is just maybe do flowers and no bling, because it already has the sparkle. I also have these roses that I've had for a while. These are like, they feel almost like felt. I don't know what they are. They're paper flowers. I just don't know if they're going to be too big. No, these are going to be too big. Too big, too big. Too big. So maybe we just do a couple I just don't know if we should do like all four corners. Like 2 there and 3 there. I don't know, what do you, I know you guys can't really see that great, but or should I just kind of maybe down one side? Maybe put a few. And it's hard until I cut these backs off. All right, let me try, let's see. Yeah, these are gonna be too big, for sure. All right, let me see if anybody's. Bye, Yvonne. All right, no suggestions. Maybe just at the bottom. I don't know, guys. This one here is stumping me here. let's take some of the little baby ones and see what we can kind of, because maybe the little baby ones will look better on this piece. Where it's already so blingy. I don't like that one. It's not wanting to cooperate. If I could hang on to it for a minute here. Sometimes you have to kind of play with them to know what you're gonna like and what you're not gonna like. All right, let me just get a few up here. Try to grab some different colors. Why is this one giving me a hard time? I don't know. I don't like this either. Maybe just... All right, let's just kind of... Okay, now that I like. Now if I can find 3 more about that size, and I can put that in the other corner. So we need 2 big ones. And a littler one. And that one just broke. Okay. And now I need a littler one. And all right, so that's looking better. Ah. I think I only like the 3. So I'm going to get rid of this one. And oh my word. Yeah, I think we're going to just go with that. Because I don't think it needs much, but it does need something. So I'm just going to put a dot there. And we're going to kind of set them all in the resin. And we'll cure that. Because it needed something, but it can't be much because the piece is already kind of blingy. So let me move that. We'll put a little dollop there. And kind of get that in there. That. And we'll cure that. And then we'll see. I'll stand it up and we'll see how it looks. All right, so just a little something. I'm gonna go with it. I don't know if I like it or not, but it needs something. All right, let me cut these little end pieces off. Let me cover my glue here before it dries up on me. All right. Got them sticking now. And put a little dollop over here. And oh, I almost forgot to cut the thingies off. And I had a white and I need a pinky. All right. Gonna get that one in. And kind of hold them down. Okay, I think that one is done. So what do you think? Not the greatest. I kind of regretted putting this glittery on there, but there wasn't nothing I could do at that point. So, oh, I kind of like it with the little dark pink at the bottom. Just to throw a little color in there. Yeah, so I'll be able to let you guys know if these sell or they don't. Alrighty, guys. So, yeah, let me know what you think. This one I'm not thrilled with. I wasn't thrilled with it when I started. That's why I saved that one for last. But let me get the other ones. I really, really like this cat. I think she is adorable. Now, if I had something that hung, I could actually have, you know, like something hanging on this side or on this paw. I think I might have something, guys. And then this is the other cat one. Love the pink cat. Yeah, me too. So, I mean, these two, I think, are gorgeous. I really, really like these. Let me grab another test tube. And that's purple. That might go. Let's try that. All right. Yeah, so I think that, but let me grab something real quick and see. This is a pair of earrings that I had made, but I was thinking of, let me move this out of my way here. If I cut the earring itself off and hung the pearls. What do you think? Maybe too much? Too much? Yeah. Yeah, definitely, I think too much. Maybe if we hadn't used the big flowers, but we can try this on another one at some point. So now I know I had a bag that this was in right here. Yes, on the butterflies, they definitely would be a good idea. Okay. So, yeah. So I managed to keep this live somewhat decent, just over an hour. And these are our finished pieces. I really, really am liking this. I'm so glad that I got those gems because they just add that extra little bit. The blue one, yeah, I'm not too keen on this one. I don't even know if I'll bring it to the craft fair or not. But I will bring the two cats and we'll see how they go. All right, so let me just go back and see if I missed small butterfly on the reaching paw. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Maybe that would work. All right, let's, no, not on that bin. Okay, so I have these type of butterflies. Oop. So let me tip you down here so I can try to hold it up and you guys can let me know. Like there. Or I could put one on the, like on the top there. Or right there. All right, let me lay it down here in front of me so I can see what I'm doing. It's definitely got to be a dark one so it stands out. I kind of like that. All right, let me go back in here and read some comments. I say in the front. Otherwise, a bigger on the top. Okay. So that one's in the front. And then this one, yeah, no. This one does not go. So I'm thinking this darker pink one. Oh, I like that one. That one has some dark in it. That one's got more. Let's see. This has got greens and blues. I think we're gonna go with the green. I do like that. I do. All right, so I do want it close to the top of the paw. And a little dab will do us. Where's my light? Oh, that magnet catches everything. That was a good call on the butterfly. Thank you. I guess I'm going to have to get some more like little types of butterflies and ladybugs and stuff like that, because they do make a nice added touch. Let me put you up here so you can see. Because some of these are so clear that you can't really see them. But this one, I think it finished it off too. I think that was it just needed that something. So yeah. And on this one, I don't think we would need a butterfly because we've got the bigger gems. And we have the peaking of the pink and the blue. So yeah. So one of the other things that I want to do, but we're already at like an hour and a half, so we'll probably do it on a different one, is I did order some more of these night lights. So this is the only one that I have left. But what I wanted to do is take these stones and I might need bigger ones. I don't know. These are the biggest I have right now, but I kind of wanted to do something like that all the way around it. And then, you know, like, I don't know, put a bird or something and then do some flowers with the gems on this side. So if you guys want, I can do it. I know we've been live for like an hour and 18 minutes. It's totally up to you. We can do it on a different one, or I can do it tonight. Good night, Pauline. So yeah, I was thinking about that. So I don't know. I'm just thinking now I need to have bigger stones because it doesn't fill like the whole space. So I don't know how that would look. Let me see if I have any other. This is going to be too much. Yeah, because this is a wide one. So the only way I could do that would be I would have to lay this flat on it. And I don't know if, I don't think that would look right. And it's too wide to go on there, so that ain't gonna work. Let me see. I went digging. Oh, maybe. I went digging in my old jewelry making stuff. I just don't know how much I have. Let's see. Because this would be a better size. But do I have enough? I would have enough to do this one. And these ones scrunch together. So who's in? You want to do this light? All I'm going to have to do is grab my sticker, my bird stickers. We could even do a peacock. All right, we've got one in. Okay, we got a couple in. So let me flip you down. So what I want to do is, because this scrunches together so that the stones are close. So I need to have the stones facing down. Oh, and I got a missing stone there. So let's start on this side. So I'm going to have to flip them over. All right, hang on. Let me pick up this. And I'm going to just move my flowers out of the way, because we are going to use some of the flowers, but I need to get these flipped over. Am I going to be able to do it this way? No, I'm going to have to. All right. I'm going to slide this down. I'm going to lay this flat. And I'm going to try to scrunch these up. I just want to make sure I have enough to go the whole way around before I start putting my UV in, because I'm going to have to put some gloves on to do this, because it's going to, I think this is going to be a bit messy. And then I'll probably end up picking a different bird here. Because the last time I did these little lights, I didn't have like all kinds of different things to add to it. And I know purples usually sell good, so if I have enough. All right, so I have enough that I could even, I just need to see how much I need for this edge. So like 4. All right. Okay, so, I'm trying to think of something that I have that I could lift up. I think this box might work. All right, so I need 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I need to start. Can I flip them this way is the key. Because if I could, no, I'm gonna have to do it this way. And I'm not gonna put any here. I'm just gonna go around the edge. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of UV, and I'm gonna put the stones, and then I'll cure it. And we'll just have to work our way that way. So let me grab some gloves. Because this is gonna get messy. Oh, and I only need 1 glove. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little bit. And oh, and hopefully it doesn't stick. This is shiny. This box is shiny. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was going to come off the box. Oops. Now this might not work because it's going underneath this light. Well, this can be our test piece, I guess. Because I can scrape it off the back of the light. All right, I'm just gonna do the whole line because I think it's just gonna be easier. So I did order more of these. They should be here in a couple days. So we will definitely be able to play with these some more and do some different things. Thank you, Carol. All right, I'm just gonna keep kind of going around, and then I'll snip the end one after. Yeah, so I've just been kind of playing with different ideas and seeing if, you know, if it works or it doesn't. Not quite cured yet. Because what I was thinking of doing once I take this off, if I can get it off, is, oh sweet, that's just gonna peel off, guys. Well, some of it peeled off, but what I can do is I could put my bird and my flowers on this side. So let me get my nippers here. Because then we'll have to glue that. So that's kind of what I was thinking of, running just a thin layer of UV on the backs of these, just to make sure that they stay down. And not a lot. just that little bit. Just putting a little bit more down here. And okay. So we've got that. Now I can get rid of this. Luckily, I had that hanging around. Okay, so I pulled out these, but let me grab something that's going to go with the purple. We might as well stay with the pink and the purple theme tonight. And let's see. All right. Let's all right, I got one way down here, so let me cut this one off. I like these little tiny scissors, guys, because they can really get nice and close. Whereas sometimes the bigger scissors, you have to leave more of the plastic around. So even though these were a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be, they are coming in handy. And they are nice and sharp. And I'm going to leave the little stones this time. All right. So we can put our little peacock right. Well, maybe we can put the peacock in the middle. I need something to rest this on. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so before I take my plastic off, I want to see if we can put some flowers. And let's do some yellow. And there is some green in the peacock. All right. Nope. Oh, this one might work. This one might work. Yeah, so once I get done with this craft fair and we get our our pool situated, then I'm going to get back to doing at least one live a week. It's just right now it's been crazy. I think, you know, because we've got a peacock here, so she is definitely, we're going to need a little bit of bling for the peacock. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to place it. And, oh, I've also got these. So let's kind of see what we, turn it sideways so you can try to see what I'm doing here. So like I said, we have different shapes in these little gems. And oh, no, I don't like the yellow. Not with this piece. So we just need flowers to hide the back stem is basically what we need. And okay, that looks pretty. And then kind of like that. And something like that. All right, I think that's kind of where we're going to go with that. So I'm gonna, let me cut the rest of these flowers before I forget. And I will do, just because I know pink and green go good together, I'm just gonna slide these over here for now. Let's get, because I'm gonna end up covering the front of this in the UV resin. I got it. I had it. There we go. Okay. So we've got our little peacock on. I guess I got to get my flowers in position first. And I have a little string here poking out of this flower. So I'm going to cut that. All right, so I'm going to hold those in place. And that way, when you have a nightlight and that's not being used, it's still going to be pretty. And I am going to fill, I'm going to have a lot of UV resin on here, so we're just going to, and this light is see-through, so we'll be able to cure it from both sides. And like I said, I'll put all these underneath the curing light for, you know, a good bit before just to make sure that everything is cured. And yeah, that yellow right there. I can see I'm going to be needing to get me some more of these gems because these are gorgeous. Oh, look, my gems are sticking to my light here. All right, so I'm going to put this purple flower right here. And we'll put a gem, this gem right here. And I'm going to put a square one too, just to kind of give it a little different shape. And do I want to add anything else? Let me see. I am thinking where, oh, I just thought of something. Now I gotta think where I put them. Oh, they're right in here. I think we're gonna put some of these little, like, iridescent little balls around it. Let me just see what comments here. I hope they light up really good. Yes, these are good. I think it's going to be really pretty. Because I'm going to UV all of this anyways, but I want to, oh, I guess I'm going to, like, just start adding some of the UV. And before I cure it, I'm going to see what it's going to kind of look like. Not a ton of them, but enough that I think it's just going to give, I think, some texture. And there is a touch of blue in the peacock, so let me get one of my little spoons here. Get back here, ball. You know what? I'm really, really liking this. Hey, get over here. I got little balls flying everywhere, guys. I better use a spoon because I'm going to be picking these things up everywhere. All right, so I don't want to cover a lot of the peacock, but I do kind of want some. All right, so let me give that a quick cure. I think it's just going to give that extra little bit of texture. And like where I have some of the UV showing on the back side, I can put the balls. Good night, Jeannie. So yeah, we can put some of these like around the edge, and it will just kind of hide where the, because I want UV on the whole thing anyways. So we're gonna get this. Kind of get this coated, and then I will try to get some of them little balls in some of the areas. Just adding just that extra little bit of texture. All right, I'm gonna get that curing. And now we can just finish filling up our little glass, our plexiglass or whatever it is, our nightlight glass with the UV resin so that it's fully coated. And let me get my big light out here. All right, I have one spot over here that I definitely need something. Yeah, I think we're gonna use this one. So I'm gonna put the UV resin in here. So that way it's all coated underneath the flowers. And we're gonna get that curing. All right. Come on. If you don't have these little pins lined up exact, there we go. And now we can cure it from both sides. And then we'll see what that looks like. And I think we will be done. And I made a beautiful little nightlight. I hope. Oh. All right, we'll give it a couple more minutes. Oh, Valerie, you're welcome. Especially like these night lights, they're see-through. I did buy this one. I haven't attempted, I want to decorate this. And I think, and this one is, it goes color changing modes. So I don't know. I'm going to have to take it apart and see if I can get that plastic piece off. But we'll do that on a different video. But I did order some more of these because these make beautiful, beautiful night lights. And I think like the little textured beads just kind of gives it a little something. But I'm almost feeling like I need something in this corner. There's something, I got to put something there. All right, let me shut that off. All right, so let's see. Just trying to see. Nope. Nope, it's not a flower it's missing. It is not a flower. Oop. Let me see here. Yeah, my daughter's gonna be like, there's too much bling on there, Ma. All right, I think we're gonna go with, there's a little piece sticking out of here. I think we're gonna do, yes, just like that. All right, hang on. Oops, sorry, guys. So what I did is I added 2 other stones right there. And I'm just gonna put some UV resin on both sides. I'm gonna take my little scribe and I'm gonna lift the stones so it gets underneath. And just like that. Gonna put that under the light. And when that's cured, we will be done, guys. All right, so I can take my gloves off now. Let me put you back up so you can see me. Well, thanks for sticking around with me, guys. I still got, what, 19 on? 18 on? So I pulled it out just in case. So we're just at the 2-hour mark, so not too bad. You guys are used to that on my lives. Usually we go about 2 hours. All right. Just a little bit more. Wipe my scribe. I love that thing. I'm glad you got to catch it too, Chloe. Thank you, guys. So I just figured it was something different, you know, than we're always doing. So here we go with our nice little bling, bling, bling. And I still got to go take a shower because I've been playing out in the dirt all day. Alrighty, guys. So I will show you our little pieces again. And then we have our ugly little blue one. But, you know, somebody's probably going to like it somewhere. I'll probably discount it just because I don't like it. Oh, and then we have our beautiful little nightlight. Alrighty, guys. I'm just going to leave that under there for a few minutes and just make sure that's nice and cured. And the thing with this light is you can slide it in so that your whole light is in under the lights, because this hangs down just enough. So yeah. So I'm not going to clean this mess tonight. I will clean it in the morning. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end this live. Don't forget to watch tomorrow's video. It's coming out at 7 p.m. because there's something kind of special going to happen on there. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for hanging with me tonight. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate all your support, you guys. So I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great night, everybody. Good night.